What's up? It's fight night, baby. I'm hyped up. Usually I wouldn't be hyped from this fight, but man, it's a lot of nonsense involved. But yo, my predictions, just a prediction. Nobody knows the future, but I think Canelo is going to have a spirited beginning. He's going to box, use his speed. He's going to be real hyped up. And Triple G's not going to knock him out. Triple G is very strong, a dangerous puncher, but he's not a one-punch killer. He's not like, what's that Jamaican name? Hardest hitter ever. He hit you with one punch. Don't matter if you're beating him up or not. You're going to sleep. Triple G's not like that. Triple G's like really he knocks out people who do dumb stuff. They get caught with dumb punches. Canelo, I'm not expecting him to do dumb stuff. I'm thinking he's going to be really prepared. And size don't matter if you got two good boxers. But size definitely matters if people are equal or one is less than the other. The puncher is better. The bigger is better. So there's going to be a real interesting how it's going to show out, I even got something for the conspiracy theory, I even think on the conspiracy level, we can even say that this is a setup, a farewell for Canelo, for Triple G, and Canelo coming in to make his last little bit of money out of this generation. Canelo is a pretty young fighter, and he's never been knocked down, so he's never been knocked out, so he's still got a lot of fire left to give us. So maybe this is just a farewell for Triple G. Triple G had a pretty bad career because he didn't really have a lot of opposition, but we loved watching him while he lasted. Like I always say, styles make fights, and everybody do what they do. Everybody do the style that they do. And that's how I judge people, according to how they fight, according to how what is their style. I'm not expecting Muhammad Ali to go and knock somebody out like Mike Tyson. I'm not expecting Canelo. I'm not expecting Triple G to start moving around like Sugar Ray Leonard. I'm not expecting Canelo to go in there and one-punch knock out Triple G. I'm not expecting that. He's not a one-punch knockout artist either. And the reason I say that is because one-punch knockout artists, there's only few, maybe a handful. Very, 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 very few. I mean, some of the hardest punches in the world can't knock you out with one punch. I think it's a snap. It's something got to do with a snap. It's just some people can do it, some people can't. George Foreman hits way harder than Mike Tyson. But Mike Tyson was a one-punch knockout artist. George Foreman was a one-punch knockout. He wasn't a one-punch knockout artist, but he could knock you out with one punch because he was so doggone strong. One of a kind. George Foreman is one of a kind. There's not many people who can punch that hard to not be a one-punch knockout artist, but still can knock you out with one punch. Mike Tyson, he had that style and he had that strength to be a one-punch knockout artist. Even though in the long run, he wasn't heavy. He wasn't heavy-handed like George Foreman. He wasn't a real threat to you unless he could snap your neck back. So Canelo and Triple G, I'm making this video, the only reason, I'm for the conspiracy theory. I'm putting the conspiracy theory. I'm putting styles matchup. I'm putting the longevity of careers. I'm putting the money. I'm putting the big picture on this whole thing, on who I'm picking. I can't pick nobody, but of course I got to get on YouTube, Facebook to share my opinion. That's what makes it so beautiful, because we all share our opinions and come up with our own conclusions individually. So it's just beautiful, man. We not one thinking like one person. We all got our own intentions and our own response. We all responsible. However, what I see is Triple G surprising the heck out of Canelo, even though everybody already warned Canelo. Everybody's ready for a strong Triple G. But Triple G, because he's not one of them Mike Tyson knockout guys, he's not a snap punch knockout artist. He's a heavy knockout. He's strong. He's heavy. He wears you down. He's bigger. He's like George Foreman, man. It's gonna be like George Foreman. Got all his weight up on you, punching you with all his power. Every punch is hard. Every punch is not a knockout because every punch ain't got that snap on it. But every punch is hard. He's just gonna be a heavier fighter for Canelo. And get in here, boy. Hey. So to make a long story short, I pretty much made this video to say that the only way Canelo will win this fight is one by way of a conspiracy theory, Oscar and them, thinking about their paper, because we know Oscar, man. He fought a lot of people we knew he couldn't beat, and he knew he couldn't beat, but he did it because he looking at the big picture. So there's a big picture in this conspiracy, and Triple G just gonna have to lose, or the other way this fight could go is Canelo can go in with a plan until he get punched in the face. Everybody got a plan until you get punched in the face. That's the other logical conclusion. And the other only way that this fight can go is Canelo can do the almost impossible and come in like a boxer. Come in like a boxer and eliminate his power. Forget about the power. But him gaining all that weight and all of that weightlifting and stuff, we know that ain't the case. But that's another way he could win this, off of speed. And just like he got beat by Lara, is it Lara? He got beat by somebody based off of their speed. You could do that, get away from somebody and just make it by the hair on your, on your chin. Just barely make it and out-punch Triple G. Because we know he's going to get the decision. And the other way is just by, that's the way I see Canelo winning. By doing what he's supposed to do. Boxers, styles make fights. Boxer beat a puncher any day. But you got to put that work in. I never seen Canelo do it before, but, anything's possible. But, yo, what y'all think, man? Hit me back. Ask Smart Wedge. Robert Pelez Boxing. Defense first. Peace.